So let's look at the first question. Solve the equation. See, when you're solving this equation, you all know, and it's pretty easy how to solve an equation. We are very confident with equalities as much as I know. So it should not be a problem to us. Now 9s, you have a positive 3 here, so I can write a negative 3 here and a negative 3 here on both sides to cancel off this positive 3. So 9s will be equal to 57 minus 3, which is 54. Okay, so on the left side I have a 9s, but I only need an s. Now first step is you are subtracting 3, and second step is you are dividing by 9. So if I divide by 9 here, 9 and 9 gets cancelled, which is s equals to 54 over 9. 54 divided by 9 will be 6. So the answer is s equals to 6. This will be your answer. The second question. I will not go much detail into this because this is as much same as first question. The only difference is here you have a negative number on the left side. I just have a positive 12 here, so I do a negative 12 first and a negative 12. So this will cancel off positive 12 and negative 12. So negative 48 and negative 12 will give me negative 60. So on the left side I have negative 3y equals to negative 60. Why? Because negative 48 plus negative 12 will give me negative 60. Now I can cancel off negative and divide by 3. Which will give me a 20. So the answer is y equals to 20. The third question. In this question, you need to remember one thing. What should I do first and what should I do next? First is do the addition and subtraction part. Don't get confused. Do the addition and subtraction part first and then do the division multiplication part. Okay. So what is that? What do you mean by that? See, it's very simple. First, I need to send away the 7 from here. So I do a plus 7 here. Because I'm doing a plus 7 here, it becomes a plus 7 here. Now, because I'm doing a plus 7 here, it will be g over 3 equals to 15 plus 7 is 22. Okay. Now the next step for this is I'll multiply by 3 on both sides. So that will be g equals to 22 times 3 because this 3 and this 3 gets cancelled, which will be equal to 66. So the answer is 66. Okay. So try to do the same with the next question also. Question number 4, do it by yourself. That will improve your confidence. Now coming to inequalities, write the resulting inequality. If it is 7 less than equal to negative 4, subtract 7 from both sides. Subtracting 7 from both sides is pretty easy, right? So I'll have a negative 7 on this side and a negative 7 on this side, which will be negative 7 and positive 7 gives you a 0, and negative 4 and negative 7 will give you a negative 11 together. Don't forget that you can add two negative numbers. Okay. Solve the inequality x equals to x less than negative 35. Sorry, x minus 35 is greater than 15. What should you do in this case? In this case, I have a negative 35 here. So I simply add a 35 on both sides. So that will result in what? This will become a 0. X is greater than 15 plus 35 is 50. So your answer is this. Now solve the inequality, which is for this question, I have to tell you about one very important rule which most of you, I don't know if you are focused in the classroom or not. Um, Even if you are focused, maybe if you did not remember, keep these things in mind when you are solving. I'll post this picture in the class dojo also. When solving an inequality, you have to keep these things in mind. When solving an inequality, you can add the same number on both sides. There is no problem. You can add the same number on both sides. It's fine. If you're adding a 7 on the left side, you can also add 7 on the right side. You can subtract the same quantity or same number from both sides. If you're subtracting a 5 on left side, you can also subtract a 5 on the right side. You can multiply or divide each side by the same positive quantity. This is the key point you need to remember. Suppose you have two sides on the of the inequality. Okay, this is an inequality. Then if you multiply by a positive number, you can also multiply by the same positive number on the right side. This can happen, but the only problem is when you are multiplying or dividing by a negative number. When you're multiplying or dividing by a negative number, you have to flip the inequality sign. So in that case, greater than will become less than, or greater than or equal to will become less than or equal to. I'll explain this to you in the question, right? Anyways, I'll post this key worksheet. If you multiply or divide each side by negative quantity, then inequality symbol should be reversed. Okay, so less than becomes greater than becomes less than. Done. Let's start. Now in this case, I have a negative 7 here, which is in the denominator. I don't, if I want to eliminate that negative 7, I should multiply by negative 7 on both sides. Am I right? Now this is the catch. If you are multiplying by negative 7 on both sides, when you are multiplying by a negative number on both sides, the rule is the inequality sign in the center should be reversed. So now it is greater than or equal to, it should become less than or equal to. This is the very, very, very important thing you should know when you are solving this question. First thing. Second, now because I am dividing, multiplying by negative 7, this and this gets cancelled. So R is, instead of greater than or equal to, it becomes less than or equal to. Now negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 14. R less than or equal to 14. This is the answer. This is a very important learning for you. Please do make sure that you understood this key rule. Reverse the inequality. So y greater than or equal to, I'm talking about the 8th question now. Y greater than or equal to, because I have an positive 193, I can do a negative 193 here and a negative 193 here, which will be equal to y greater than or equal to 201 minus 193, which is 8. So y greater than or equal to 8. Now you can still solve the inequality here, which is 9th question, which is same as 8th one. 10th one is also the same. 10th one, again it applies the rule of reversing the sign, which is negative 3p plus, that becomes negative 9. So you subtract 9 from both sides, then it becomes negative 3t is greater than or equal to negative 30. This is good till here. Now the problem is you have to divide this by a negative number, that is negative 3. I divided by negative 3 on both sides. But when I divide by negative 3, one thing I need to keep in mind is the inequality sign gets reversed. So my answer will be t less than or equal to, because negative and negative signs gets cancelled there, less than or equal to 10. So your answer is t less than or equal to 10. Okay. So 11, 12 and 13, please solve it by yourself. Now please look into question number 13. This is very simple and very easy. Whenever you have an open circle, okay, whenever you have an open circle, you're also counting, you're not counting on that value. So for example, if it is open circle here, you're not counting 8. You can count anything less than 8. But if it is a closed circle, you're also counting 8. So you're also counting 8 here. What does this mean? So this line says any value from 0 till 8. Any value from 0 till 8. Okay. But should I count 8 or not? This is the question. Should I take in 8 or not? Here in this case, because the circle here is an open circle, I cannot take 8. So let me say any number. Let me say x. X value, is it less than 8 or is it also equal to 8? It is less than 8 because I am not taking 8 here. So the way you can represent this inequality is this way, because open circle will not consider. What is the case in this case? If it is the second one, 0 till 8, x value is less than, of course, 8, but I am also considering the value of 8 because it's a closed circle. It's less than or equal to 8. This is how you will look at it. Okay. Look at the 14th question. This is an interesting one. What is the solution of the inequality? What is the solution of the inequality given here? Okay. So you see the blue line is starting at 2 and going beyond 5. There is no closure here. There's no closure here. But you have to observe carefully whether this is a closed circle or open circle. And you see that this is a closed circle. Should I include the value of 2 or not? Of course, I have to include the value of 2. So what I can write, x value, is it greater than 2? Yes, it is greater than 2. It is greater than 2. But should I also take the value of 2? Of course, you have to take the value of 2. So it is x greater than or equal to 2. Okay. So the answer here is, in the place of x, I wrote, in the place of y, I wrote x. So I'll write y greater than equal to 2. So the answer will be A. So till question number 14, it's about equalities and inequalities. We'll cut the video here, and the second video will talk about other questions. Now the 16th question is about the second topic, which is cross sections of shapes. Can a sphere have a cross section in the shape of a triangle? Read the question carefully. Can a sphere have a cross section in the shape of a triangle? What's a sphere? Sphere is anything like a ball, right? So if I cut this, by any chance can I get the shape of the triangle in its face? No way. You can't get a triangle. Anyways, you cut it, you almost get a circle or a oval. Okay, you will either get a circle or a oval. So there's no way you can say that the shape of a triangle can be formed in the cross section of a sphere. So the answer is no. Three sides measure 10 centimeters, 20 centimeters, and 30 centimeters. Would the three sides make a unique triangle or no triangle? See, we know the rule. Sum of any two sides should be greater than the third side. Okay, so this is the rule that you should know. Sum of any two sides should be greater than the third side. In this case, I'll take the first two sides. Let me say 10 plus 20. Is it greater than 30? No, right? the rule is not being followed here. So that's why no triangle can be formed. Next one is true or false. To solve the equation 4d plus 6 equals to 42, should you add 6 on both sides? Is it that what you do? No, I would not add 6 on both sides. I would subtract 6 on both sides. Okay, so that I'll solve the equation. So the answer is false. To solve an equation, you should isolate the variable by applying the inverse operation. Yes, for example, if I want 2x equals to 6, if I want this, I have to solve the equation by isolating the variable. Isolating is like separating it or making it alone, right? How do I do that? This is 2x, that means 2 times x. 2 times x. What is the inverse operation? What is the opposite of multiplication or product? Opposite of multiplication is division. So I am dividing by 2 on both sides. So is the statement true? Yeah. Now x is standing alone and the value of x is 3. What did I do? I just did the opposite of multiplication, which is division. When you multiply both sides of the inequality by a positive number, the inequality remains true. When you multiply both sides of the inequality by a positive number, the inequality remains true. Okay, I spoke about when does the inequality gets reversed. When does it get reversed? It gets reversed when it is being divided or multiplied by negative number. In this case, the question is positive number. For a positive number, it will remain the same, true. But if it's a negative number, it will be false. When you add negative number to both sides of the inequality is no longer true. See, you can add or subtract any number from the left and right sides of the inequality. There is no problem with adding and subtracting. The only problem is with dividing and multiplying by a negative number. So this statement is false because it's always the same. It will remain the same. Negative 5 less than negative 2. Add 7 to both sides. The resulting inequality is 2 less than 5. Correct? Let's try and see. If I add a 7 on both sides, 7 minus 5 is 2 less than 7 minus 5. Sorry, no, 7 minus 2, which is 5. And 2 is less than 5. So the answer is 2. To solve the inequality, negative 12x less than 60, don't reverse the inequality sign. See, to solve this equation, what should I do? I should divide this by negative 12, right, on both sides. And you know the rule. The rule is if you divide by a negative signed number or multiply a negative signed number, the inequality should be reversed, right? So don't reverse the inequality sign is wrong. So the answer will be false. Simple. Now this is the easiest part in the whole revision sheet. You can see the cross section here is a rectangle. So you connect it to the rectangle. You can see that the cross section here is a parallelogram. You can connect it to the parallelogram. Cross section here is a circle and you connect it to the circle. As simple as that. Cross section yani, if you cut something, for example, if I take a cylinder and I cut it here, I will still get a circle here. So that means it's a circle. So that's a cross section. Now 25th question. The rule is very simple. We know the rule. The rule is if you add any two sides, it should be greater than the third side. So 6 plus 12, is it greater than 7? 6 plus 7, is it greater than 12? And 7 plus 12, is it greater than 6? Try all these three conditions. Yes, this is true. Yes, this is true. Yes, this is also true, right? So yes, it forms a unique triangle. What about in question number, question B, okay, 25B. What are the three sides you have here? 4, 3, and 11. If I say 4 plus 3, is it greater than 11 by any chance? No, right? 4 plus 3 is not making greater than 11. So it's a no triangle formed. You can't form a triangle with these sides. Question number C, I'll explain to you separately. So the figure creates the conditions to form unique triangles. Okay, in this case, the answer is very simple. Is it forming a triangle? See, the sum of all the three sides of a triangle should be 180 degrees. The base is 7 centimeters given here. This is 40 degrees, and there is another one which is 30 degrees. Done. They will meet somewhere, and the total becomes 180. So 40 plus 30 is 70. So this will be 110. It will form a unique triangle for sure. If a plane intersects a cylinder, the cross section that might result are horizontally. Now I am cutting this before you try to answer this question. Read the question properly. Horizontal and vertical. What is horizontal? What is vertical? If I do something, if I cut something like this, it's called vertical. And if I do something like this is called as horizontal. Now, if I cut it like this vertically, right, I will definitely get a rectangle here. So it will be looking something like this. Right, it will be looking something like this. So you still have a rectangle there. But if I cut it vertically, horizontally, I will get a circle in the center, right? So if I horizontally cut it, circle, and vertically if I cut it, it's a rectangle. Okay, a student is trying to solve this question and he got it wrong. What is it? See, first step, question is 3x plus 2 equals to 15. Now he directly divided by 3 on both sides. I explained this to you in question number 2. First, you can't divide by 3 because there is a 2 standing here. First, it is addition or subtraction. Okay, so the mistake he did is you should not divide by 3 on both sides first. You should subtract and then divide. Okay, this is step 1, and sorry for that, and this is step 2. Exchange the steps so that then it will become correct. Okay, now in this question you have to be very careful while answering because you need to apply everything that becomes true. So choose 3 options. In the exam also it will be mentioned how many options you can choose. The solution of an inequality shown in the graph below indicates that what is that? See, this is what, this is an open circle, we should know that, and it is going beyond negative 13. So the value uh, negative 13, should it be taken or not taken? It should not be taken. So it is not a solution of the inequality. Any number less than negative 13 is a solution to the inequality. Yes, everything less than negative 13 will be a solution because the blue line is touching that. Any number greater than negative 13 is a solution. Greater than negative 13, the blue line is not anywhere after negative 13. So this is not an answer. Negative 13 or any number less than negative 13 is a solution. He's saying negative 13 is a solution, but clearly we can see negative 13 is not a solution. The open circle shows that negative 13 is not a solution. The open circle shows that negative 13 is not a solution. True, very true. Okay. Mark all that apply. Two sides have length 6 inches and 15 inches. Find the length of the third sides. Now, if two sides two sides of a triangle have length 6 inches and 15 inches, the third side should be greater than 6 plus 15. So 6 plus 15 is equal to 21. So any third side should be greater than 21. It should be greater than 21, not sorry. I'm sorry, wait. 6 plus 15, 6 plus 15 is 21. So this is okay. So the third value should make sense to what we are talking. Let me say the third value is x, okay? So 6 plus x should be greater than 15, and 15 plus x should be greater than 6. This will eventually happen, but I need to satisfy the second condition. 6 plus x is greater than 15. What is the value that I should make sure it is there here? 6 plus 7, 6 plus 8, 6 plus 9 is 15. 6 plus 10 is greater than 15. So can I take 10? Yes. If I can take 10, can I take 11 as well? Yes. Can I take 12 as well? Yes. Until they are not greater than 21 or equal to 21. So all these three options apply. Is it possible to have a cross section of the pyramid to have each shape? Yes, definitely I can have a square at the bottom of the pyramid. So I can have a rectangle at the bottom of the pyramid, yes. But the triangle, can I have the cross section? Yes, of course, when I cut it vertically, when I cut it through the vertex to the base, I can get the face of the shape as a triangle. So yes, circle, no way, I cannot get a circle in a pyramid. And a trapezoid, yes, of course. Okay. When you multiply both sides of the inequality by the same negative number, which is very important again, by the same negative number, you must, what is the rule you have to follow? You must reverse the inequality, which is inverse the inequality symbol. When Ahmed divides both sides of the inequality by -5, the resulting inequality should be. So if I divide by -5 on both sides, the first thing I have to do is make sure that I reverse the inequality sign. This is 1. And here I'll get 3. 1 is less than or equal to 3. This is the option. Zayed solves the inequality negative 9x is less than 18. What is the solution of what is the solution that Zayed should find? See, -9, I should divide by -9 on both sides. So I should reverse the inequality. Again, this is a very important rule throughout the exam. So keep in mind, because I'm dividing by a negative number, I should make sure that I reverse the inequality sign, and this will be -k. So the answer is x greater than or equal to -2. A family has triplets and another child who is 10 years old. The sum of the ages of their children is 37. How old are the triplets? The family has triplets and another child who is 10 years old. So triplets means they are all of the same age, right? So 3 triplets, let me say each one's age is n. So 3n plus one of the child's age is 10. So the total should give me what? The total should give me, as said in the question, it is 37. You know how to solve the equation, right? Apply this in real life. So 3n, and you know that you have to subtract 10 first, which is 27. So 3n equals to 27. Now you're dividing by 3 on both sides, which should give you 3 and 3 gets cancelled, n equals to 27 divided by 3 is 9. Okay. Solve the problem by writing and solving an equation. After making a deposit, I would suggest you should try this question by yourself. Anyways, I explained the answer here. Try this by yourself. That will boost a lot of confidence in you. Look at this and say if the inequality is correct. You are solving the inequality and telling what is the area. You are shading the area in this inequality. Okay. First, let me solve the inequality. N minus 5 is greater than or equal to negative 2. In that case, I should add 5 on both sides. Add 5 on both sides, which is n greater than equal to 3. N is greater than or equal to 3. So when I am writing the solution, I should make sure that I am making a full circle, a filled circle starting from 3, because n should be greater than or equal to 3. Starting from 3, it should be above 3. So anything from here, and it should be a closed circle, and it should go towards above 3. Now solve the inequality and find the answer for this. 5d minus 13 less than 32. So minus 13 will become plus 13, plus 13 here, right? So this will be 5d is less than 45. Divide by 5 on both sides, you get d less than 9. So d is less than 9. Should I include the value of 9? No. 9 should be somewhere between 8 and 10. So the answer will be anything less than 9, and don't include 9. Solve the inequality here. So you will get the answer for this. You can find answer by yourself for 37 and 38, which are almost the same. Okay. All the best.